Hi there, welcome to another Friday Findings video. In today's video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about lampworking and lampwork beads. So here's an assortment of lampworked objects. With the exception of these two, I made all of these, and some of them are better than others. But just to show you the possibilities in lampwork. First of all, these are glass beads. They're made with glass, and as you can see, you can make all sorts of shapes. Little lentils, rounds with raised dots, rounds with melted in dots. You can flatten them into any shape you want, mix colors. One of my favorite things to do when I was lampworking was to make flower shapes, or attempt to make flower shapes, and then cover them with clear glass. I just loved the look of the shape being trapped inside. You can make buttons. So this is something that is made a little bit differently than a bead. You can even make sculptural pieces. These two beads come together to form a single sculpture that's a pendant, and that's rather fun to do. Like I said, lampwork starts with glass. These are all glass rods, and you can see the tips have been melted. They've been melted in a torch. And the way it works is you need something to build your bead on. This is a stainless steel rod, a mandrel. And then this white stuff is a clay coating that is used as a bead release. If you were just to melt hot glass onto the metal, it would be there forever once it cooled. There'd be no getting it off. So what we do when we make lampwork beads is we melt it onto the bead release. And then once the bead is done and cooled, we put the whole thing in water, and then the clay washes away, and then you can take your bead off and clean out the hole. And by the way, good quality lampwork beads never have excess bead release in the hole. It's always thoroughly cleaned out. That's just a part of good craftsmanship. Other things you can do with your glass rods is pull them into very, very thin pieces like these. And then you can use a piece like this. These are called stringers. And then you can use these to make dots. And then you don't melt them in, and they stay raised. Or in this case, this one has some dots that are melted in and then a few that are raised. And for example, on the legs on the cat, that was just done with a very thick stringer. So we can almost paint on it. If you're very good, you can write words on the glass with stringers. We can even take two different colors of glass and twist them together and make something that we can decorate our beads with. If you've ever considered trying lampworking but were afraid, don't be. It's a lot of fun. You just have to respect the flame and know it's there, but it's a lot of fun playing with fire and melting glass. This one's a fun example. If you've ever decorated a cake and pulled a toothpick through lines of frosting to make hearts, that's exactly how this is done. A red glass bead was made, and then dots of white were put on, melted in, and then not a toothpick, it would burn up, but a metal tool was raked through, making the little hearts. So it's a lot of fun to think of the different things you can do and make your own glass beads. Just a little food for thought in the area of lampworking. Thanks so much for watching Keepsake Crafts videos. If you like this video, please make sure you've subscribed to my YouTube channel so you'll see more like it. Also, you can follow me on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and on my blog. Happy creating. Bye-bye.